In the last episode, we finished our first attempt at this car's vinyl wrap. There are still panels I want to improve iteratively, but we've focused primarily on wrapping for the last 3 episodes, so today we're doing something a little bit different. Before the wrap, this car was running a splitter I got from eBay for $25 shipped. The original splitter was purchased just to literally see what a $25 splitter would even look like. Price considered, it was good. The last month, we've been trying to elevate the quality of this build. Take it up a notch, if you will. We're going to do the same thing with the aerodynamics of the car, and we're going to follow my habits of supporting lesser-known businesses. This, however, is not a $25 splitter. What you see me unboxing here is an aerodynamics kit from a company called Splitter Gang, and it was made to order specifically for my B5S4. You may have noticed I said kit, not just front splitter. We'll get to that part later in the video. For now, you can already see just how much of an upgrade this is going to be from the previous lip. While I unwrap the well-packaged lip, let's talk about why I chose this one. This all harks back to my thoughts on this car's styling in general. German cars are timeless, with clean lines and simple designs. The previous lip was great value, but it was too busy in the styling department. Even though this front splitter is larger, it is simpler. This is a DTM-inspired front lip, designed specifically to accentuate the lines on the S4 that make it so iconic. In other words, it's going to serve our purposes just fine. Installing a front lip is a case-by-case kind of situation since they're all going to be different. There are, however, a few general tips that'll help you along the way though. For instance, if you bought a kit that's designed to be universal and fit many cars, you're likely going to have to do some cutting and drilling to get it to fit properly. I've modified universal lips to fit cars before, and I have tips in those videos specifically. This is the other end of that spectrum. This kit is not universal, and it is bespoke to this generation of the Audi S4. It comes with all the hardware that you need to install it, along with some basic instructions for how to line it up properly. Funny enough, this cooler was the perfect height to mock up where I wanted to sit the front lip. I'm referencing photos from the company's website for the fitment itself. Unlike some of the cheaper front lips you'll find, this is not held on with self-tapping screws. This kit comes with proper mounting hardware, making removing it to fix the bumper wrap easy in the future. It also comes with pre-drilled holes and spacers to get it to be aligned properly and structurally sound. This kit was specifically tested past 120 miles an hour. Oh, and you shouldn't worry about me drilling holes into this front bumper. Ever since I bought the car, this front bumper has had a massive crack underneath the car, so doing this is actually going to improve structural integrity. You might be wondering, is this front lip classed as functional? I think it kind of falls into a gray area. Due to the way it's mounted, it's not going to come off unless the entire bumper does. So in theory, it's going to support a good amount of downforce. However, on the other end of the spectrum, this is not mounted to the frame of the car, and I definitely don't think I could stand on it without it coming off. So it's not a race car front lip. So the answer to the functionality question is this. It's leagues better than a cheap lip, but it's not a time attack car lip, which I don't think it was ever trying to be. From my initial impressions, I think this is a fantastic front lip option for your B5. We'll get a better look at this lip towards the end of the video. That's not all that came in this kit, however. We've got some side skirts to install on the car as well. Adding a front lip can look absolutely stunning, but if you don't pay attention to the car as a whole, it's going to leave it looking unbalanced. What I mean by that is that if you look at the side profile of a car and there's a really aggressive front lip, but nothing in the back to improve the styling, it kind of looks a little lopsided. You can kind of think of it like blending. You don't want one part of your car to be way more aggressive than the rest of the car, otherwise it's going to look a little goofy. We have a gloss black duckbill spoiler which is going to match the front lip perfectly, but there's a little bit of gray area between the two. That's where these come in. These conform to the shape of the car and provide some subtle styling that basically continues the lines created by the front lip. That way the front lip doesn't look like it's completely out of place. These are a little easier to line up than the front lip because they're not quite as heavy, and the process for mounting them is pretty much identical. While I have you here, if you're curious about what these parts are actually made out of, it's an aluminum composite. That means thankfully we won't have to worry about corrosion if these get wet. I got the first side skirt on without a hitch, and the second side went on even faster. Now that this kit's installed, I have a question for you guys. The same company is able to make a rear diffuser for this car. It's got some seriously aggressive styling, and I think it would really change how this car looks. Part of me doesn't know if this car is quite fast enough to have that mean of styling. I also like the idea of keeping the rear bumper clean, but on the other hand, it would look pretty insane. To be honest, I'm a bit torn, so I want to hear what you guys think. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see it on the car.
I don't think I'm ever gonna get used to how fast the seasons change here. Yesterday I was working out in shorts and a t-shirt. Today when I woke up to go to the gym, I had to put on sweatpants and a sweatshirt. Not fun. Soon I'm gonna have to scrape my cars, and I'm not really looking forward to that.
If you remember from the last episode, I had a really specific premonition. What's even weirder is that the next day, a random package showed up. Who would have thought? These are carbon fiber mirrors by ECS, and they really are so pretty. Unlike some mirror caps you'd find online, these are not designed to be glued on top of the existing mirrors. These replace pretty much the entire assembly, and they're gonna look pretty insane. On the B5, these mirror caps are insanely easy to install. Honestly, the only difficult part is removing the actual mirror itself without breaking it. We don't want bad luck, so we're going to be extra careful with that. Once the mirror's actually out, you can simply pop these off the black plastic bottom, and they'll slide right out the top. Then it's literally just as simple as pushing down the new one in the same exact way. The fitment on these is fantastic, and they literally just clip into place.
There are still so many problems with the hood that we definitely either need to get a carbon one or replace it, but I haven't seen this car in the sun yet, so today, first thing I want to do is see the car in the sun and take a look at what we've done the last few weeks.
Even though we're not done with this car, this moment kind of hit me. If you've watched this series from the beginning, you know how this car started, and you know why I'm so excited about this. I've put a lot of work into this, and for the first time since owning this car, I think we've transitioned from the car looking okay to starting to look good. And in my mind, that is a special moment. This car is not done. Nowhere near it, in fact. The wrap's not even 100% done. There's still some panels I want to touch up. Plus, we still have a bunch of things to do to this car in the future, including a full suspension rebuild with coilovers, some new seats for the interior, and wheels. Oh, and swapping turbos is definitely on the horizon as well. Nonetheless, this is a pretty big moment for this project, and I'm really happy with how it's turned out so far. As far as improving the wrap goes, the future episodes are going to have that as a secondary mod complementing whatever the main focus for that episode is for each week. That way, it's not just entirely wrapping. Although, anyways, as always, thank you so much for watching. I tremendously appreciate all of the support and you taking time out of your day to watch my video. It really does mean a lot to me. If you enjoyed this video, learned something, or just want to see more, consider dropping a like and subscribing. It's one of the best ways you can support me and my channel's content. I'll see you all in the next episode. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.